There we go. You got your pole today? No, good.
No.
All it did get in the way last time.
No, we're going to see other poles.
It's like every time I go to your bike for your shot, because while you were talking, I'd switch the camera over and this big pole in the middle. I'm like, what the hell?
Yep.
All right, and the microphone is up in there.
Up in at my chin, yeah.
Oh, I can tighten that up a little bit. If I can get a clamp on it, then it'll stay. But the problem is your chin support deal. It's like I'm working as a dentist here.
That's what it feels like.
All right.
That's better.
Yep. See, we got to call each other.
What?
We have to call each other.
Okay. Oh, I don't have my setup.
What the hell?
I had to take it off because it was falling down every 5 seconds. The humidity, it was making it not stick.
You're done. Well, hello, everybody. Say hi, Vader.Chik.
Hi.
It is a beautiful day in Central Florida. Hot and sticky in September.
Yeah.
You know what today is?
No.
Today is the day that most people get weddings done because of that Earth, Wind, and Fire song. You know what I'm saying? But let's look at this outfit that you have on. Nice. This is the official Kawasaki motorcycling uniform for Florida.
It is. It needs to be. It's too damn hot.
It is hot. All right, we're going to go over to my friend Rachel's place. They got this car and bike show. We're going to go head over there. And
Love Rachel's place.
You like Rachel's place?
Love it.
Yeah, we like Rachel. Let's go check her out.
Yes.
All right, I invited Vader.Chik out today for a ride because we both had the afternoon off and we both like to ride. I have no idea what the topic was going to be for today. I was just going to wing it. Vader.Chik had no idea what we were doing and where we were going. But that's kind of my MO when I ride with her and also with Hail Rider, another female friend with a sport bike that I ride with on occasion. We just point bikes in a direction and see what happens. When it comes to their riding gear and aesthetic, I have no idea what either of them will wear. I don't impose any gear requirements, but they both know that they'll be on camera, and depending on the episode, some hundreds or thousands of you guys will see them. So they want to feel that they look good for the camera. Normal female stuff, right? But just right now, it hit me. How important is an individual's aesthetic on YouTube and the other social media platforms? Is beauty a burden for those on YouTube? And am I objectifying these female riders by having them on my channel wearing these sexy outfits? Or does their sexy look give them empowerment? Makes them feel good? It's a complex question. One that I've pondered before, and a question I'd like to explore with your help on this episode. Hello. Vader.Chik on the Ninja 1000 Touring Edition. It's got the shaft drive. I was telling everybody that you have the Ninja Touring Edition with the shaft drive. And then I realized I said shaft. Giggity, giggity. Yeah. Vader.Chik's a good sport. Some argue that such portrayals of females reinforce harmful stereotypes of women as objects of sexual desire, reducing them to their physical appearance. Kind of like how we admire our motorcycles as cool-looking objects. Others worry that this kind of representation can contribute to a culture that objectifies both men and women in general, leading to negative consequences such as harassment and discrimination. However, supporters argue that women can embrace their femininity and sexuality on their own terms, and that riding motorcycles and posing for photos can be empowering acts of self-expression. Some see these portrayals as challenging traditional gender roles and stereotypes, demonstrating that women can be strong, independent, and confident in their own bodies. Oh, shit. Yeah. So we got Twin Peaks right over here, and we got Twin Peaks right there. I'm blessed. Truly blessed. I believe it's in the context in how the aesthetics are presented, and context is crucial to whether or not objectification is present. Growing up, sexy women and motorcycles went hand in hand. The covers of biker magazines at the newsstands always had a scantily clad female on top of the bike build of the month. Even today, Harley-Davidson dealerships, they have bikini bike washes. There's bikini contests at the rallies. There's female bikers walking around in body paint and sexy outfits. Heck, there's a lot of motovloggers out there that have built a decent following just because they're primarily attractive, while their content is a little bit less substantive. I have to admit that I followed some YouTubers at first because their thumbnails were very polished and they were attractive, and it made me click onto their video out of curiosity. If the content was good and the editing was decent, I stuck around. Is the influencer actively choosing to be depicted in this manner, or are they being forced to perform to a certain image based on others on the platform? Is self-objectification a thing? I guess it could be. And who are these others that don't like attractive females riding motorcycles, posing on motorcycles, helping brands sell merchandise by lending their image? Is it right-wing conservatives? Or is it other female or male motovloggers that are competing against this influencer? Or is sexuality, in whatever shape or form that takes, have no place in the current motorcycle culture? And if so, why? Is it because the majority of the riders are married men and their marriage has its insecurities? Why is that anyone else's fault? Do we tell Jason Momoa to tone down the muscles because most of us men are not in that shape? And we feel insecure in ourselves every time we see him in a Harley-Davidson ad? Do we tell Adam Sandoval to stop working out and join the rest of us with the dad bods and the beer bellies? Yes, ladies, I've heard what you say about your favorite motovloggers. I'd be curious to know what y'all think about women being objectified in your motorcycle community. Is it happening? Or is this just an online thing? If it is happening, does it bother you? As an amateur photographer and videographer and motorcycle enthusiast, I feel ladies on bikes are cool. Sexy ladies, whether they ride or not, being filmed or photographed on a kick-ass looking bike is as long-standing a tradition as a depiction of a rugged-looking male perched atop their iron steed as he embarks to destinations unknown. I enjoy both aesthetics and what I feel they represent. It makes me wonder if we have turned into an insecure society, and anything that makes a person feel insecure is considered wrong or cancelable. I also find it ironic that in a lifestyle that promotes individual expression, someone out there within our community is casting judgment towards those who express themselves in the way that they see fit. And here we are at Rachel's.
Yeah, we got VIP parking for you if you guys want to come on in, join the crowd. There's nothing more American than half-naked women, liquor, cars, and rock and roll.
I couldn't have said that better myself.
Star 69 on your phone?
Yeah,
You call that often?
that's what I did.
What the fuck is this telling me?
do you think about this red 1935 behind us?
I love it.
It's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
My first introduction to this car was in the ZZ Top Sharp Dressed Man video. If you remember that video, this is the Eliminator,
That's cool.
but it's pretty cool. So I was able to recognize that.
Yeah.
Man, she's a fox. Not you.
Oh,
The,
my bad.
the Fox Body Mustang behind me. That's what they call these, Fox
Okay.
Bodies. This looks like a, I don't know, 80, it could be an 82, 83, 84. Looks like a Pro Street. But this was a badass car back in the day. It still is. Hey, come here. Punch buggy. It's a punch buggy. Now, this is a Volkswagen Beetle. Of course, you know what a Beetle is, right?
Yes.
These are awesome cars. This is the car growing up in high school in Melbourne, Florida that everybody had. You had the Beetle and you had the surf racks. Now, I didn't have one.
Right.
I had the Carmen Ghia. You know what a Carmen Ghia is?
No.
If you know what a Carmen Ghia is, let me know down in the comments. That's what I had in high school. A yellow Carmen Ghia. We used to stick our surfboards through the sunroof. I didn't have a surf rack, so we'd stick them in the sunroof. You could fit 4 boards in the sunroof. All right, good times at Rachel's Car and Bike Show. We are hot. We are starving. Rachel's has food and air conditioning, but we couldn't film inside because, you know, strippers. So we're headed to the Hideaway Bar in downtown Orlando in the Ivanhoe district, home of the Doll Fan Club, to grab some dive bar foods, and we'll get Vader.Chik.'s opinion on today's topic. I'm curious to see what she has to say.
Hot burrito.
Hot burrito.
Hot burrito. Yeah.
Dan the man's got a sandwich. You know, the Kenny Quest show, we show women,
Yeah.
right? You're on the show.
Yeah.
You're a very attractive woman.
Thank you.
And I've really never addressed on the show about women being objectified.
Right.
I put motorcycles and attractive women together.
Right.
It's always been that way. Growing up watching or looking at the Easy Rider magazines,
Yep.
you know, you go into Publix, go into the mom's grocery shopping, and you sneak in to the back row, and they got the Easy Rider
In
with
the
a
magazine aisle.
with a little cover over it, and you're like, oh yeah, right next to the True Detective magazine.
Right.
These days, as a female motorcycle rider, you've been riding how long now?
Almost 10 years now.
10 years. So you can give us a snapshot of 10 years. Is the scene, the community, more open and accepting to female riders
Yes.
than it has been when you first started? And are you being objectified less or more? Or do you feel you're in control and in power of how you present yourself? And the objectification's their problem.
I think it's especially the last bit there where it's definitely more acceptable as a female rider in like the community and stuff. Like there's female groups and different things like that are all over the place that are trying to put women together. I mean, we're still objectified, I think, solely. Like if I'm riding by myself or maybe 1 or 2 other girl riders, it's a little bit more objectified because, you know, unfortunately, depending on what we choose to wear, whether it's our comfortability or not, It all kind of depends, or unfortunately is that way still, but it's not as bad as it used to be, because before it was like, oh, you're the girl rider. Like, okay, cool, but then it was just like I'm shunned. Like I'm not allowed to be on the island anymore. But now it's definitely more welcome. Like, we've gone to different events and stuff like that. I'm not getting like looked at like, oh, it's just that one chick that knows how to ride. Like, is she trying to be like the dudes, or
Right.
you know, is she trying to just hang, or whatever it is?
So you're being accepted at events as an equal.
Yes.
Because I know
way more.
Yeah, what I've noticed is that you'll have women come to you, talk about your bike,
Yeah.
and your setup,
Yep.
maybe your gear for the day, your helmet, whatever, and you'll also have guys.
Yeah.
Whereas me, the girls don't come up to me and talk about my helmet, my gear. They make a nice paint job.
But yeah.
That's about it.
Like, it looks pretty.
But you seem to be able to engage other female riders or
Yeah.
pillions that are riding on the back of bikes to talk to you about how they want to become riders.
100%. Yeah, no, it's a mixture of everything, honestly. Like, if I'm by myself, yeah, I get honked at, looked at, told them, you know, like, oh, that's super sexy. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Thanks.
So if you see, like on my Instagram page, you see a girl on a bike,
yeah.
and you know, obviously I try to take sexy pictures of motorcycle, of females on motorcycles.
Yeah.
And most of the models that I shoot, they don't ride.
Right.
They're very nervous even to sit on the bike.
Yeah.
But do I objectify women on my channel?
No, I don't think so at all. Not at all.
Now, I haven't had any like feedback or try to be canceled about, you know, sharing my appreciation. That hasn't happened. But it's always been in the back of my mind because I don't see a lot of it out there anymore. I don't see, it's just like that part of our history, of our motorcycle culture, is being erased.
Yeah.
Like, you can't show a beautiful female. You can't show a sexy guy in a leather cut with no shirt on, his muscles, you know, like a Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Even though they do show Jason Momoa like that.
Right, but it's Jason Momoa with the status, and there's different things that go on to where it's different. And so if it's not a celebrity or somebody that's praised, it's like, oh, you're just objectifying.
Right. So you don't feel objectified out in the community.
No.
You don't feel objectified on the channel when you're guesting on the channel, or if you're on Instagram.
No.
Is there a problem out there?
I think so. I think it's just...
and what is the problem?
I mean, just people being a little too sensitive. I mean, depending, like, because I've had females, like, come up to me and ask and be like, why are you doing that? Like, or what's going on with you? Like, why would you want to do that kind of stuff? I'm like, because I chose to. It's my choice to do, like, what I want to, what I feel I'm comfortable with. I'm sorry you're not, but it's overall, like, again, it's not just from men, it's also from women. And it is, like, it's just a sensitivity issue. Honestly, like, stop feeling sensitive for me when I'm feeling comfortable.
Okay. So
is my biggest thing.
Do women also like to look at other women in pictures like that?
Hell yeah. I mean, I do. I follow tons of female rider pages, and yeah, they've got I'm wearing a full bodysuit, and like I feel comfortable in this. They've got girls in like little micro bikinis, and I'm like, yeah, that's hot. Cool, good for you. I know you're not riding the motorcycle that way, but you've got a photo like that. Right. That's hot. That looks really cool. Like, I like the bike too, but she looks good on that bike. You know, like, it's like, but I'm also not a like overly sensitive person to be like, why would you do something like that?
So do you think in society that we're reverting back to like the Puritan days?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why?
100%. I don't know. Everybody's just too sensitive.
I mean, everything in politics is moving to the left, liberal.
Yeah.
But body shaming and picking on women who ride and picking on women who pose.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't either. I don't like it. But
I think it's jealousy.
Pretty much.
And their own deep-seated self-conscious issues that they're trying to push off on to other people.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm not sensitive to stuff. Like, okay, cool. Somebody said, like, made a comment on my channel. They're like, oh, you know, you're just trying to be like the TikTok salute bag or whatever.
Right.
And no, I've got my own family. I've got my own things going on. That's not what it is. I'm just trying to make myself feel a certain way, and I'm sorry you're bothered.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's being bothered for other people. People just need to let people and be their own person.
Let people.
Let people.
Maybe just scratch the surface on the topic.
Yeah.
Let me know down in the comments, what you think about women showing themselves on their motorcycle, on Instagram, on YouTube. But I think that when we throw in a little bit of female here and female there, people get offended.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh my God.
You're objectifying women. So I just wanted to throw that out there and see what my viewers think about the topic, because I don't want to lose anything of myself. I mean, that's a part of me. I like nice looking bikes that sound good, that ride well, that are mainly Harley Davidson. But
whatever.
That's my thing. But also I like attractive women on my channel that ride.
Thanks.
Okay. And if they don't ride, I like them to model my merch that hasn't come out yet, but someday will. And market my channel using those types of models on my motorcycles.
Like any other brand that's out there.
And you're right, exactly, like any other brand that's out there.
Yeah.
Let me know down in the comments, about what do you think about women that ride, women that don't ride in the motorcycle lifestyle. Yeah. Are they adornments? Do they have a place in the lifestyle, or it just doesn't matter? It's all about the bros and about the bikes, Bros before hoes.
I was literally about to say that. Let them know. I want to know.
All right, guys. Well, if you're wondering why Harley riders don't wear gear when they ride, Vader.Chik and I discussed this, and this video right here in the corner, go ahead and click on it, and you can hear what we came up with as the reason. We'll see you next time. Take care. A gentleman always has a handkerchief. Well, I guess that answers that question.
What?
Whether women shake the nozzle after they use it, or is it just men?
No, I always do.